Hi, I'm Sam Lewis, and I work on the COREtec marketing team, and I have 0 years experience installing floors.
Hi, I'm Lamarta Faulkner. I work with the Field Technical Services Group, and I have approximately 30 years flooring experience.
So, a lot more than me. As I get started installing my floors, how do I actually get the pieces to fit together? What are the locking systems, and when do you use each one?
So depending on the products purchased, there are different locking mechanisms on the products. So the one we have currently right here is what we call a lock in place with a clip. It could also be one that you use an angle method or an angle tap method to engage the locking mechanism. So depending on which product selected will determine how you go about installing that product.
Oh, okay. So you said this one is the lock in place with clip. Do you
Yes.
think we could go through the different methods, starting with the lock in place with clip?
Yes, absolutely. So the first thing you do obviously is when you engage this long side of the plank on your first piece against the wall up at an angle, you want to keep pressure inward as you rotate that to the floor. As you can see, there's no gap there.
Okay.
So it's nice and tight. Then the second piece, once again, you want to engage that long side first, and you want to slide it down to where it just touches the previous plank.
Okay.
And once it's there, you just want to rotate that down to the floor. And this joint here can either be pressed in with your hand. When you do that, you want to press from the inside out.
Okay.
And also you could take a rubber mallet like this and tap it from the inside out
Okay.
to properly engage that joint. Now, you don't want to over tap or be too aggressive with that. It doesn't take much pressure to engage that locking mechanism.
Okay. And I see it's really flush
Yes.
here, so that's a good sign
That's
that
correct.
we've done it correctly. Okay. Now, you have so much experience, you made that look really easy, so I'm gonna try.
So, real quick tip: if you have to pull this up and reposition it, the proper way to disengage that joint would be to unlock both pieces
Okay.
and to slide them apart in this manner.
Oh, okay.
That way, it keeps from damaging the locking mechanism here where the clip pops into place.
Okay. And can we look actually at the clip
Yes.
just a little bit? So what am I looking at?
So the clip, as you can see, this black tongue that sticks out here on the edge.
Okay.
That is the clip that will spring in as you press the board down and pop back out into the groove that is cut on this piece.
And that squeezes it all
Yes.
together. Okay. Well, I'm gonna give it a go. So I have, is this the tongue or the groove?
That is a tongue.
The tongue. And I'm gonna put it into the groove at an angle
That's correct.
and kind of pull towards myself while I rotate it down.
Yes.
That's all the way
That's it, yes.
in there correctly. Okay.
Now, occasionally, you may need to take a tapping block like this and just give it a slight tap
Okay.
to make sure if there is any minor gap that you can close up.
Yeah. I'm pretty proud of myself for that. Okay, let's try this one. So again, the tongue is going into the groove.
Yes.
And then I'm gonna slide it over, and I have this edge, both the short edges are touching.
Yes.
So now I can push it down.
Mm-hmm.
I wanna try to pop it. Ooh, I didn't pop from the inside out. But it did click. Like
Yes.
I felt something actually click in there. So do you think I need to go over this with a mallet a little bit? I might have like a little
Yeah,
right
so you
there.
can just take them out very lightly
Okay.
and just tap down that edge from the inside out.
Oh, I
As you
saw
can
it
see,
move.
it
Yeah.
went right into place.
Yes. Well, cool. Okay, so now how can I verify that I did it correctly? I'm just looking again to see if there's any gaps or
Yeah,
seams.
you don't want any minor gaps, and you
Okay.
want, if there's any lippage or ledging here, where it may indicate that the clip is not popped into place correctly.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, you can apply pressure with your finger like this or your thumb, or you can lightly tap it with a rubber mallet down that edge to make sure that's pressed in properly.
All right. Well, I think that actually went pretty well. I do want to pop it out really quick and just try sliding it apart just to make sure I could do that, because I think in a real life scenario, I might have to do that a couple
Okay.
times. That was easy. All right, I see that we have switched product now. Can you tell me about what locking mechanism we see here?
Yeah, so this is a COREtec Unilin profile. So the Unilin profile is on almost all of COREtec products versus the soft step product. So how this one goes, the long side of this joint goes in very similar to any of the other products. So if you want to go ahead and place that long joint in,
Okay. I'm like a pro now. After one plank, I've really got it.
So this Unilin system can be done as an angle or angle tap.
Okay.
So what we're going to demonstrate here is the angle tap. And basically what happens is a long joint goes in the same way. You lock it first and you leave a slight gap at your end joint here.
Okay.
So that was your angle. Then you basically use a scrap piece of material. And this is what we call a bridge. So that basically you're going to put that on the joint here so it keeps those joints aligned up. So then you would take a tapping block and a hammer and place it on the end of the plank. And you want to tap this joint until it's closed.
Okay. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Now I don't see like I see the bevel that was already here, but I don't see any gaps here.
So that's basically what we call the angle tap method, because the end joints get tapped together.
Oh, okay, so when do I use the angle tap method versus the angle?
So sometimes on these, depending on the format of the product, so formatting by the size. So if you're doing them with a smaller board, the angle tap method may work great, but some of the larger planks and even large tile formats, the angle method, which we'll show you next, will be easier to use.
Okay, okay. Well, I might, before we move on to angle, I want to give angle tap a try.
Yes.
So I'm gonna take everything apart. And then I noticed this one, you can bend it a little bit to separate the short edge,
raise
which
that up at angle.
Different than the lock in place. So you said it's called a bridge when you do these two pieces. So before I do my bridge, I need to do my long edge of this one first. And, and I need to slide it down, right?
Yes, just with a small gap on the end joint.
A small gap.
Just like that.
Oh, okay. And then let's take this guy and rotate it down.
Yes.
So this all looks all right. And then I'll take this. Did I do it? Do I need more?
One more.
Okay.
That's good.
Woohoo! That was not too bad. Okay, and then just like with our other floors, to check to see if we've done it right, I'm guessing we make sure we only see the bevel, we don't see any cracks in between.
Yes, any gap. If you have any gaps, you can come back with your tapping block and tap it together.
Okay, and you can tap together on both edges
yes,
if you need
correct.
to?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I actually have one surprise question for you, Marta. Okay, let's say we're at the end of our room and there's like a wall right here.
Yes.
How do you tap this in?
So you use a different tool, which is over there. It's called a drive bar that will hook over the edge and you tap it with a hammer and tap it back.
That's the thing that looks like a little crowbar?
Kind of, yes.
Okay, awesome. Can you show me how to do an angle install?
Yes, so if you don't mind, go ahead and install that piece the same way we have been, alongside first at an angle.
I'm getting real good at this part.
So the last one we've done was the angle tap. The angle version changes. So you want to insert your short side first.
Okay.
So basically you want to do that at a slight angle, and you want to insert that tongue into the groove and rotate the plank down, which you can see there's a tight joint there now.
Okay.
So then the next thing you do is basically you want to raise this plank up and slide it down into this plank here. So sometimes a tapping block works really well to assist in that. Just like that.
Okay.
So
that
basically that was a very, like I said, less invasive, not having to hit the product as hard. And on a larger format, sometimes that method is easier than doing it the angle tap method.
Okay, and when you're saying larger format, you're really talking about those long planks. Yes. This is
the
a
wide,
good
long
option.
planks, or your tile, 12 by 24s and 18 by 24 tiles. That method will work usually a little easier.
Okay. Well, I think I might want to give this one a go. Honestly, this one looked even easier than the first one.
Okay.
Can you insert this plank?
Yes,
for me?
I'll put the first plank in for you. There you go.
All right. So I'm going to start with my short edge over here and engage it first. And then something I noticed when you were demonstrating this was the gap that we initially had on our angle tap that was right here is now right here.
That's
it's
correct.
Still just a little hairline.
That's correct.
Okay. And then I'm going to grab this plank and pull it up. And I'm left-handed, so I'm actually going to hold the tapping block with my left hand. And then I'm just going to swing it in.
There you can just work down towards your hand.
And then slide down. And then I think I did it. I think that's flush.
That's it. Good job.
Not too bad. All right. So we've seen now angle tap and angle. Now I just want to ask you, as the professional, what's your favorite?
I prefer the angle.
Okay, that's what most installers like to do.
Most installers will do it that way because it's a little more efficient time-wise.
Okay, so you heard it here first. The pros like angle, but you can do angle tap or angle.
Yes.
Thanks, Lamarta, for walking us through all this information today.
You're welcome.
And thank you for watching. For more information about your flooring project, visit us at COREtecFloors.com or give us a ring at 844-743-7429. Additionally, we'd love to see your recent projects. Share them with us using hashtag YesCoreTec on your favorite social media platform.